Okay, here we go. Zero gravity Talon HD unboxing. So we're going to go ahead and open up the beautiful packaging here and slide out the drone. Inside the packaging you'll find the drone chassis. You notice the built-in Wi-Fi disc at the back. That signifies the rear of the drone. And you'll see that there are pins in each one of the axles. We're going to go ahead and put that aside for now. Underneath the carrying case for the drone chassis, we're going to find inside there you have several items. These are little envelopes that you open up, plastic envelopes that are attached to the box. You're going to find the 2 feet that you install on the drone. Also, you'll find the USB charging cable and the micro SD reader. This plugs into your computer when you want to transfer your files over to watch your videos. Also, you'll find it has a smartphone adapter. This will go on the top of your controller right there and pinch down on top of your smartphone to hold it in place to watch the video from your drone. The next item we have are 4 guards. Each one of these guards has a screw inside that we'll want to screw in when we go to install on a drone. We'll get into that into another part of the video. The other items in the drone box are going to be the 2 extra batteries. You'll notice in the back of this drone, once we slide this off, that there's already a battery installed in the chassis. We'll get to that later to hook that up. But for now, these are the 2 extra batteries that come with your drone. You'll want to charge these up to have many minutes of drone flight time. Also inside the box, you're going to find the props for your drone. Again, these are going to be like a little envelope. Just go ahead and put that aside. And you'll see inside that there are many different drone prop blades. Each one of the blades has a letter on it. If you look at a drone chassis, you'll see that, for instance, at the very top, this one has A. That means that this A prop will go to this A drone arm. So we have A and B. If you want to put a black A on that arm, that's fine. As long as it matches up with the letter, you should be good to go. You'll also find that you have a few extra drone blades in there to make sure that in case you damage one, you can replace them. Put that aside for now. The other thing that's in the box, you'll find a RC controller. This will be the controller you use to fly the drone. This is also where you'll install the smartphone adapter at the top of your drone controller. We'll get into the drone RC controller a little bit later. The last thing in the box you'll find are going to be a screwdriver and screws. We'll get into why you need those and how to use those in a few seconds. And that completes the drone unboxing. You also have a few pieces of paper here. We have additional notes, installing drone legs, blade installation caution, pre-flight blade guard inspection. We'll go through that, as well as a Talon HD user guide, which is a handy-dandy reference guide for your drone. All right, let's get straight to assembly. We're going to go ahead and put the legs on your Talon HD very simply. Line up the pegs and the holes on the drone and firmly push to install your legs. Next up, we're going to install the blade guards. These keep your blades from being damaged if you happen to knock your drone into something. All you're going to do really is just push the 2 ends in. You'll take the included screwdriver and screw the screw in. Next up, we're going to install the blades to your Talon HD. You'll want to notice that each blade comes with a letter on it. And so we have the B blade. We're going to put that on the B arm. Always make sure that if you have a B blade, it's going on the B arm. If you have A blade, it's going on the A arm. If you do that, your Talon will fly properly. If you don't, it will not fly properly. So be sure to do that. First thing you want to do is sort of hold the gear from the bottom and pull the pin out. You can go ahead and install the blades one of two ways. First off, you want to line up the two holes on the axle and the blade, push them down, and you can either install it with the included pin, or we can show you also that you can install it with the included screws. So we're going to go ahead and we'll put a screw in 1 second. This is how to install the blades with screws. Remove the cotter pin, line up the hole from the blade to the axle, have a screw, and insert it into the hole, and screw it in. Okay. Once your blades are installed, be sure to form your blade guards around the blade to make sure there isn't any contact. If you hear any contact, just push your blade guards down a little bit. Sometimes in shipping, or if your drone crashes, they can get bent further back and cause it to hit your blades. This is a 650 milliamp battery. Can be charged by the USB adapter that we have here. You'll notice that right now the light is on, and when you go to charge it, the light will turn off. When the battery is fully charged, the light will turn back on. To install your battery in your Talon HD, you simply want to push it into the drone, line up the battery adapter to the drone, and you're ready to sync up your controller as soon as you get your camera on.
Important charging information. Do not recharge the battery immediately after use. Allow the battery to cool for 30 minutes before charging. Immediately disconnect the charger once the charger's red indicator lights up. Do not leave the battery unattended while charging. Charge only on a non-flammable heat-resistant surface. Only use a charging cable included with your Talon HD.
Alright, let's set up your zero gravity Talon HD controller. We've got it out of the package, and the first thing we're going to do is install our smartphone adapter. Go ahead and put this on top of the little antenna, and we'll have a little screw here to go put in the back. Use your included red screwdriver to install the screw. Once you have that done, go ahead and unscrew the battery compartment. And we're going to go ahead and add some batteries to it. Put your screw aside, push down to open up your battery compartment. I'm going to go ahead and install the batteries. Make sure to follow the insignias on the batteries on the controller. All right, the batteries are now installed. I'm going to go ahead and put the battery door back on. And install the screw once again. And now your Talon HD controller is ready to go. Alright, let's take a closer look at the Talon HD Drone controller. First thing you want to call your attention to is this control right here. This allows you to control the altitude of your drone. That is right there. If you move it to the right or left, that is going to rotate your drone. This control over here will control the direction, which is important when you're using headless mode. We have the trim buttons. You'll see over here, this is for fine-tuning your drone. If you find your drone is drifting from wind or just needs a fine-tune, those are the buttons that will help you out. The most important function is obviously the power button right here. You want to push that up to turn it on. Second most is probably the up and down. These buttons right here will launch your drone and bring it down to the ground. Great functions, brings it up to about 3 feet tall. Lights control the running lights. You see right now it's blinking. Those are the lights that's going to control. If you press and hold the lights button, it'll turn off the lights on the controller. Headless mode will allow you to simplify your controls and to really control your drone with this controller only. It makes it a lot easier for novices to fly the drone. Return button will bring it back to where you started from. And you'll notice at the top, the shoulder buttons up here, you'll have speed and flip. Let's talk about speed for a second. Speed allows you to change the thrust of your drone. So right now we're up to 60% and 100%. That is important for when you're flying in wind or you need extra speed. Flip will help you do acrobatics. So by pushing the flip button and then the direction button on your controller, you can choose which way the drone flips. And that right there is your Talon HD controller. Let's talk about your first flight. The first thing you want to do is calibrate the gyroscope on your Talon HD. You'll do that by bringing your left and right joysticks down to the center and to the 5 and 7 o'clock areas. You'll hear a beep letting you know that you have calibrated your gyroscope. The next thing you want to do is bring your joysticks to the 7 and 5 area to start the blades. This starts your drone so you can actually take flight. If you do want to take flight, you'll press the up button to do automatic takeoff. Let's go ahead and try it. Next up, we're going to install the Zero Gravity Talon HD smartphone app. You can go to the app by going to the QR codes on the back of the box, or by doing a search for Talon HD in your app store if you have an iOS or Android device. Make sure you get your app installed, and let's go ahead and find out how to get it connected. On an iPhone, go to Settings, go to Wi-Fi. You'll notice that Talon HD is now a Wi-Fi network. You want to go ahead and connect to that. Then go Home. Once you're connected, go to Talon HD, press Power, and you can see we are connected to your drone. And that was your Talon HD smartphone app. If you have any questions about the app, feel free to visit our website or consult your user guide that came with your Talon HD drone. And that was your Zero Gravity Talon HD Know Your Drone. Thanks for watching and enjoy flying.